All right, let's take a look at a whole bunch of facts here, and we'll determine if it's allowable or not allowable as an itemized deduction, and then we'll determine what type it is. So we're going to take a look. Amount paid for roof damage, all right, the repair due to a hurricane. Now, that sounds like it ought to be casualty and theft, but as you recall, it now has to be a nationally declared / presidentially declared catastrophe, and this one it is. So in this case, it is allowed, and it's a casualty loss. How about the purchase of over-the-counter vitamins? We want to be as fit and strong as Mr. Olinto, Sugar Bear Olinto. Well, sorry, that's disallowed. How about the third one? Cash gift to a local not-for-profit. That's obviously allowable, right? And, of course, that goes into charity, right? Gifts to charity. The next one, we have state income taxes paid, and it's below the threshold. We call it SALT, S-A-L-T, state and local taxes. And in this case, as long as it's below the threshold, it's allowed, and it's under taxes paid. The next one is interest paid on a car loan. That sounds like it's personal, doesn't it? And consumer personal interest, disallowed. All right, our next one, amount paid for required surgery, not covered by health insurance. Notice it's required. Now, by the way, even if it's cosmetic, if it's required cosmetic, then it's allowable as well, right? It's when it's voluntary, when it's purely for vanity purposes. So in this case, the word required jumps out at me. It's allowed. And of course, it is subject to the amount there. All right, next item. We have health club memberships, trying to look good. I want to be a man with distinct muscles. It's a nice try, but it ain't gonna work, right? So, disallowed. Interest on your home, and the mortgage balance is below the threshold. So that's allowed, and it's interest paid. How about money given to a needy family or a homeless man? Very generous, very, very considerate of you. However, not charity. Therefore, not allowed. How about the next one? Transportation to and from a monthly doctor's appointment. That is allowed. And of course, that would fall under medical. The next item is taxes paid, federal. You know, you get that as a credit, right, to reduce the amount you owe by the amount they've withheld. But it's not allowed as an itemized deduction. Only state and local taxes are an itemized deduction. So that's disallowed. Property taxes on a personal vehicle, it's taxes, state and local. So that would be allowed. Then we have amount paid for repair damage due to a flood from a hot water tank. In fact, that ultimately you filed a homeowner's policy. Ironically, I had one of those. Came down into the basement, saw all this water all over the place. Hot water heater had burst. You know, it used to be that you might have been able to call that casualty, but now, unless it is a nationally declared, presidentially declared, doesn't qualify, so it's disallowed. Then we have our final item here. Amount paid for broken windows due to a hurricane in a presidentially declared natural disaster area. In that came, and we filed a claim but didn't get any money, that's allowed, and that would also be a casualty loss. Hopefully all of those made sense. You felt real good about them, and now we're ready to take a problem on.